Thank you. Thank you for waiting, my patient friends. There we go. Microphone nose again. Hairs lift up my nose because I'm such an energetic person. We have two microphones. I have one for Twitter. I have one over here for. Listen, guys, things are getting pretty serious. As you can see, a lot of people are remaining back in the olden days. They're going to be stuck again fighting over Roswell, whether it's real or not. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of things that are going on. I prepared together a very good video. We'll be looking at a whole bunch of things together. What the Pentagon has just recently declared, which is actually baffling a lot of people. I don't know why people are so baffled, because they are finally officially disclosing. As for false flags, if those of you who think that there's going to be a false flag, wait for it, right? We're going to see it if there's a false flag, right? That's what everyone says that Von Braun said. But thinking outside of the box, no discrimination to Von Braun. What if he was lying? What if I'm lying? Always have to do your own research, no matter what anybody says. Oumuamua was first spotted in 2017. It was on October 19th. A telescope in Hawaii spied on it, literally, as it made its way past the sun. Then there's talk about Oumuamua changing speeds once it went past the sun, because you see there's a problem. Objects, including all meteors, are flying at a certain speed, and they can't fly any faster than the speed that the star is exerting to all objects moving around in our solar system. So some of that truth is coming out. A lot of people are looking at that. Aleos Kamesa. Hey, man. Hey, listen. Bruce Swartz, head medical he's owner, CEO at the medical Bloomberg's, right? And you got Bruce Swartz, that's in charge of the counterterrorism committee and security committee at the UN. And he's also with the Defense Department. He's in the World Economic Forum, Bruce Swartz. So I was laughing. I was doing some research on a screwball, Klaus Schwab, and what's going on. And once in a while, when I hear people say things, I always takes 2 seconds to double check what somebody says about somebody. And I keep falling upon this guy named Bruce Swartz, who is, talks about UFOs, talks about immigration, talks about a whole bunch of things. So I got a good laugh seeing that. Maybe that's why I'm shadow banned, because they don't want anyone looking for a Bruce Swartz. Oh, Bruce believes that. That'd be cool. Let's go with that. Let's just go with that. Motley MS Sport evening, guys. We have a great video. I prepared a video for you, almost 30 minutes long. It's about 20 minutes long. And you're going to go, oh, really? You won't have time to get bored because there's a lot of variation. I have for you an update. We will be watching a video, as it says in that little thingamajiggy scrolling at the bottom of the screen. It's going to tell you. Tucker Carlson's been speaking out. More whistleblowers is Marco Rubio in the last video that I posted, that my YouTube analytics are telling me that, Bruce, unfortunately, your community is not interested in UFOs or space. So I'm just going to keep posting them. The news is coming out is exciting. It really is exciting. A lot of people are just so mad. Okay, I get it. You're awake. You know that there could be a false flag, but now stop crying wolf. False flag, false flag, false flag, false flag, false flag, false flag. My son's being abused. False flag, false flag. He must be lying. Your kid must be lying. False flag, false flag. How many kids are being abused in schools because their parents don't believe them? Oh, come on, shut up. Your parents, your kid, your teacher's not abusing you. Of course not. Shut up, shut up, shut up. It's a complete control shit show of making everyone shut up. But now there's no more shutting up because people don't believe me, but there's an interagency battle. Remember what I was mentioning in 2016 it was going to happen, right? Predicted, literally. I've been screaming that out there. There's always a whistleblower on the inside. This is way back before Edward Snowden there, that we were all talking about this here. Pat Kassar, how's it going? Biden just did another gaffe. No, he didn't fall down, not yet, but he said, talking about Russia, saying about him being in the Iraq war. He's not going to win the Iraq war. No, he's not. He absolutely won't. He was right, Biden. He's not going to win the Iraq war. The Iraq war is over. Well, no, but the Iraq war that they told us, the public, was over, of course. Right. The Matrix. People say stuff, and people see what they believe, everything they believe, except for the truth. I believe that. Pat, thanks for being here, brother. Trudeau's getting bad, my friend. C-18, the news bill. It's going to destroy Canadians. And on top of it, Canadians are going to have to pay for the news to be able to listen to the news. So that's a good thing, because the way I look at it, intelligent people, the ones that are awake, will go to platforms like YouTube, Rumble, which is soon to be called Tumble, lots of other platforms that people can go to, to listen for truth, whistleblowing channels, Band.video, Alex Jones. Ever notice how people like, well, I would listen to Alex, but I don't like the way he screams. For truth, you're not going to listen to a guy because you don't like his ears, even if he's telling you the truth. You're not going to listen to somebody talking about truth because he talks loud. Maybe he's mad. Maybe he's trying to push the truth out. That's how I take Alex Jones. But either way, without, I can go to Alex Jones or any whistleblowing channel and listen to the news that's being put out without feeling I have to judge the people. I'd believe him, but look, he's got a skull in front of his thing. He must be a bad guy. Like a lot of people told me. We're quick to judge people. Great video, guys, that we have for all 69 of you. Thank you very much. Happy Wednesday, hump day, Mr. I Am Kai. How's it going, brother? C'est ça, Pat. Va checker ça dans la communauté, mon frère. Thank you, Pat. Yeah, on se fait du fun, là. I have posted a couple of posts about Bruce Swartz. There was another one, too. There's the Bruce Swartz Oil Company in Texas, by the way. It's one of the biggest oil companies in Texas. It's the Bruce Swartz Oil Company. Guess who owns it? Bruce Swartz. I thought it was funny. Not this Bruce Swartz, but it's fun to see that. Look at how important all the Bruce Swartzes are around the world. World Economic Forum, boy. Anunnaki, there could be a delay. And of course, if you're in the Zeta Reticuli star system, that would be understandable. But no, I'm sorry. Little inside alien joke. Absolutely, a lot of you will get delay, but it should fix itself, especially that I haven't started the video yet, even though I am zoomed up again. And don't forget, remember StreamYard commercials? How they keep saying you want to stream without having your stream jam up. Well, try StreamYard. Hard. And you're jammed up. That's what it does. I pay too to have it, I pay to have this crap showing up there. Yes, sir, Mo Pat. Thanks for coming in, you guys. Dinah Boss, love from Canada. Thank you very much. Bruce Swartz is grabbing coffee. No, that's me. Those guys were good. Too bad they disappeared. Yeah, well. Which ones? Yeah, coffee in a pipe. Sounds good. Unless it's a crack pipe. But you don't want to. Anyways, I like having fun with my friend Kai. I hope you're feeling well today, bro. Oh, do we have some deaths? Greetings from the beautiful Rogue Valley. If you're just joining, we're going to jump into a pretty incredible video that is all timed. I just, if I start reading fast or too fast or not fast enough, I'll have to pause the video. We'll see how I do. Hauser, good evening. Hope you're keeping well. Watch another YT channel. Also spotted lights in Aristarchus crater. Hey, thank you very much. Of course, my friend, UFO 2012 is a channel that I feature. Absolutely. You guys, if you don't know Eric's channel, go check Eric out. Right on, Karen. Thanks for the thumbs up, you guys and gals. This is going to be an interesting video. Is anyone going to listen? Hey, I'm just a couple of hours after Fox News. Listen, I'm not going to hide it. As you've seen the title now, I'm going to jump on the information of what's happening in Papua New Guinea, also the Pacific Ocean, the new dredging or grudging, whatever you call it. They're, you know, sending strong magnets on this sort of square object at the back of a boat, and they're hauling up these little spherules. And of course, listen, we can do that here, and I will do an example for you. And if I had just a regular small my gosh, I'm losing my English. Microscope. My microscope. If I had a microscope and with some magnets, I would be able to pick some up outside. There's a guy that's doing it. I don't know if you know what these spherules look like. These little round balls that come from either alien craft that crash. But don't forget the way they're presenting it right now is they're talking about these objects being meteors or asteroids that crashed onto Earth. So obviously, as much on the moon or Earth, when and if they are meteors or objects that are coming from interstellar space, because this is what the question's all about. We only heard about interstellar space, unless you're a scientist, really in the news when Oumuamua hit. And of course, when Voyager spacecraft 1 and 2, one of them reached, or if not both of them, reached interstellar space, right? We have some probes that reach interstellar space. It's still pretty far out. And that's just at the end. In interstellar space, the sunlight from our solar system does not reach that area. Long story short, when the meteors crash, well, the debris that is left from it, they're able to comb the ocean, which is, it's harder than finding a needle in the haystack. It's much like finding a needle in a moving haystack, but they're able to find debris that does not come from this planet. But very recently, they found some debris that not only does not come from this planet, but the secret is it doesn't come from any meteor or asteroid or any object ever observed by any devices from NASA or any professional on this earth. So they can decipher on whether these objects are alien craft or not. So I think they lingered a long time, and they probably still will, telling people that it's just asteroids, right? It's just asteroids. It's just an asteroid. We're going to the bottom of the ocean. So turns out that it could be a UFO crash site, a debris field, right? We're also going to talk about the Indian man from India, apparently, who passed away. Rest in peace to every one of the 5 crew members on Ocean Gate. I won't linger too long on that, but I was wondering where I'd seen that guy. I knew I had seen him somewhere, and he's on the cover of the website of SETI, declaring that there's going to be a false alien invasion or an alien invasion, not necessarily false or just alien invasion. I'm not sure which of the two, but he passed away, right? So I've been having these thoughts and visions since before we even knew that they had passed away. I think 2 hours after, or 1 hour and 45 minutes into their plunge downwards, where the secret radar from the Navy would have picked up their implosion. I don't know, there's a lot of odd things. I find it odd that they would have mentioned it afterwards, that they would have prolonged and allowed for several days, if not 5, 6 days, 4 or 5 days, everyone, the teams with very expensive equipment and people that were very busy during the Ukraine wars. And some of the people, a lot of people flooded over to the area off the coast of Cape Cod, where they went down to explore in the Titan. But let me tell you, did the Titanic even go down with an iceberg? Was Ocean Gate maybe looking for something that was hidden or secretive? Notice there's a lot of alliances that are forming right now, and a lot of people are dying because, even the government admitted themselves, talking about admitting to killing people that were bringing out certain truths about UFOs. It's something very, very serious. We can all laugh about it. A lot of people ask me, Bruce, you ever get the men in black, around you? I can tell you a lot of examples of where the people that came to me would probably be men in black, but it wasn't like in a movie with their two sunglasses, with the black hat and the suit? No, of course not, right? It was two Jehovah Witnesses. That's right, two Jehovah Witnesses in black suits with the glasses that came and tried to bring me to the church, to left me some cards in my mail, a personal phone number sent right to my home address, to try to change my ideas, because I was explaining to them that the moon is filled with people and that you're all living a lie. And I say it in the most respectful way to everyone in religion. You're all living a lie. Unfortunately, it really is. You have to bring that truth. It depends why you're interested in religion, by the way. If you're interested into religion because you want to better yourself or you want to find out the truth, well, good for you. But if you're just, reading the Bible and you're using a priest or ancients or minister's interpretation of what the Bible means, and that's okay, but you do know that you're allowed also to use your own mind to try to come up with, what was being written. Do you think they translated the ancient Greek properly, and then to Arab language, and then to Spanish, English, French? Probably not one Bible that says the same thing. Honestly, God's in your heart, they say. Leave it at that. Never have to look for him if you believe in him. Hey, Mr. Stephen A., how's it going? Karen 18, Ghost. Thank you very much, Ghost. Thanks, you guys. We have a good video, guys. I'm going to jump into it very soon. State intermediate. Hey, yes, sir, Pat. All right, man. Holy shit. Man, you're inspiring me to continue. I'm keeping up with the fasting into day 2. I was going to say day 48. I even ate pizza when my son came over. Didn't have any sweets. The cake, I got one for him, a very small one, just for him to be sure. I didn't have any. Didn't eat any poutines, which is the potatoes with the sauce and the cheese. My favorite. Had a couple slices of pizza, couple slices of pizza during 2 days. Probably gained about 5-6 pounds. But I'm waiting 2 or 3 days there to get back on the scale. And like I said, last I weighed myself was almost a week ago, 226. So I'm definitely into the 220s now. So, 10 pounds for fasting for 3 days. You have a lot of water weight in that too, which is good. There's weight too there. Those 10 pounds there, it's not just water you lost. You be sure you got 3 to 5 pounds of real weight that you lost. But then after that, the water stops. You'll lose another 10 pounds, and then that's it for the water. Another 5 pounds probably. Right now, you lost a lot of water at the beginning. Anyways, my brother explains that to me, the water. I have a problem with that, the water weight, and the water loss. People do not understand how that works. If you don't eat carbohydrates after, you're not going to regain those pounds of water. Because if you keep intermittent fasting, and if you, at the same time, you're not going to eat anything, man, it's just the carbohydrates and everything. It's horrible. Salt, you got to stop all that, man. I stopped the rice, noodles, anyways, potatoes, and I'm just crazily losing weight. That's awesome, man. Keep us posted with that. Brother implode, then implode seems to be the news of the day. I imploded. Bruce imploded. Intermediate fasting. Good for you, brother, man. Proud of you, man. Fier de toi, Pat. Aleaz va être fier de toi aussi. Love and light to all of you. Thank you very much, Mr. Stephen A. I appreciate that, bro. Kevin Blaine. Salut, merci. D'être ici, Kevin. Raleigh, how's it going, my friends? Is Charlene Sampson here? How come I didn't see Charlene? There she is. Hey, yeah, man, j'ai adoré ton setup. Ça vient malade en clés, man. Le drum pis tout, là. Oh, écoute, là. Ben du fun, ben longtemps. Hein? Dwayne White, thank you very much for being here. How's it going, man? How are the Whites doing? Bruce, I contacted the Angel Kid, and he blocked me for no reason at all. Understandable, but still weird. Same. I think the same for me. I subscribed to his channel. I know his mother at one point. Apparently, this guy went missing. This was on the not true, not the news. A podcast, very popular podcast. I'm not going to name it, and because I don't know whether it was confirmed or not. But this guy was saying that they're missing from the house. You know, there's a lot of shit that comes out of these stories. I just wish we'd hear only the truth about them. Looks like you're zoomed too close. Yes, zoomed up very, very close today. It's absolutely so annoying too. I hate it when it does that like that. It gets so bloody close. Anyways, Pam B, you guys ready for a good video? 98XJ, thank you very much. 115 in the house. I'm going to scroll all the way down. I'm going to miss some people. I know it. Happy Wednesday. I'm trying to be faster. Jules of Southern Oregon. Thank you for the amazing comments, you guys. Texas Oilers. Yes, that's hilarious. Very, very spoiled. Yes. Hey, Jen Wick, how's it going? Do you own a Bruceite? Made me smile when I was looking up crystals. Oh, yes, you heard of the Bruceite? Did you? Pretty interesting, eh? That's funny. Good evening, Mr. David White in the house. Thank you very much. Attorney General, too. No, I'm kidding. I'm not Attorney General. Imagine pretending to be that guy. Wouldn't want to be that guy. Crazy Music Space Jam, Saturday, 13 hours Eastern, 13 hours Eastern time. Live stream, join the fun. Thank you very much. And you guys can go over to Elias Vahatla's channel too, this is his second channel. This is his Crazy Music Space Jam channel. Elias, that guy we love that comes here all the time, that interacts with everyone, and is even doing his streams in English, by the way. People are there in English. He does a part in English. He does a part in French. So we have a lot of fun there when we go over there. Always the same good old family that comes by. Oliver, how's it going, my friend? Thanks a lot, man. Whoop, everyone disappeared. Oh, my God. Yes, a Hunter coffee. That would be one sticky cup. I had to say that. 98XJ again. Thanks again for coming in, you guys. Count is 86. Pam B, thank you very much. I see 108, so I'm probably going to jump into it very soon. Hey, thank you, man. Norma C's in the house. Red Cap Goblin is in the house. Yes, more alien stories. We got the Pentagon now is going all out. We got someone inside of NASA, and this is what I want to see. Somebody inside of NASA came out and said, alien craft, Oumuamua alien craft, Harvard professor, alien craft, right? That's good because it's going to cause a lot of hype on the inside. They got people already disagreeing with them, ridiculing them. Let them fight. Let them fight and it'll bring out the truth. But there's something aside from just us humans deciding anything. The aliens are here to stop something. They're not here for the good looks or for our good looks or for my weight loss. They're here for sure to control Earth because Earth is a part of the solar system. And depending what we are doing on Earth, and now that we are leaving Earth, yes, there's going to be an interaction with aliens. I believe that. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that's something that we're not going to get out of. It's happened several times in the past, obviously. I really enjoy watching these streams after a hard day of building boats all day. Phil, awesome job, though. But yeah, it must be one hell of a hard job. Phil, thanks a lot, man. Gillespie. We have a really interesting one, bro. Lots of variation, guys. Up-to-date news, exactly what's going on. David Grush, I mean, listen, I hope you guys know it. I mean, all his stories is being confirmed. But you see, here's the thing. The difference in the past, people, when they brought out disclosure, when they started talking about UFO sightings, it wasn't people with high ranks in the military. Now that high-ranking military officials are coming out with certain truths, It's causing a fluctuation. I'm not kidding, a fluctuation of a whole slew of other whistleblowers that are trying to come out. Marco Rubio also knows about some of them and is going to protect them because they want to bring the information out. Democrats, it's a no-go. They'll always be trying to hide everything. Republicans, they have the better half when it comes to UFOs, right? When it comes to UFOs, don't want to insult anyone, whether you're a Democrat or not. I think if you are a Democrat, you're probably very upset with the Democratic Party for doing all the stupidity, transhumanism, and diversity campaigns that they are throwing in. Military diversity campaign, medical diversity campaign, schools diversity campaigns, all large associations, Pfizer, everyone. We won't get into those. But anyways, hey, Mazer, thank you very much. Creepin' Jay is here. Thanks for the thumbs up. Reminder, I need that. Thank you, Norma C. We love you too, by the way. Don't forget that either. We'll update you on that. Norma C, thank you so much for the beautiful ongoing support to this channel, for the comments, for the helpful emails and stuff. You know, I love you guys. Most of the time, I have a hard time reaching people in the emails. It's just hell in there. I don't think any of you will ever understand what goes on with me, to me, inside of that sick box called an email box, which has completely destroyed my mind. It's hard to sometimes to try to open some of the, people send me the images, and then one guy's like, come on, you don't trust me to open up a bloody image. I'm so sorry. Yes, I know you contributed. Okay. And then I open up an image and it's a freaking virus. So I'm starting to get wise, and I have a hard time when it comes to opening images or videos that people send me. There's some, I'm Kai, Lisa Eckerly, Darla, Gate Smasher, Julie, Stephen A. You guys are safe, Elias. I mean, I'm just naming the ones I'm seeing here, by the way. 98XJ. But some people that email me, I have no idea who they are, and they send me these things to fuck up my computer all the time. 523. Okay, I'm scrolling down. Chickadee's here in the house, and I thank you very much for being so. Sad when my comments get deleted, not allowed to mention God and praying. That's a little sad for sure, because feel free to post what you like here, and especially if you're talking about God, Chickadee. You know me here, and you won't get any mods blocking you here, that's for sure. Not for that. Bye-bye, YouTube, she says. I will miss your channel. It's the best on the internet. Refuse to compromise. Well, you know what, Chickadee? I don't blame you. I absolutely don't blame you. Take care. Anika, how's it going? Nice to see you. Thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate that. Thank you, Anika. I just saw it. I'm sorry about that. Love you for it. Wow. Thank you so much, you guys. If a 10-foot alien comes to my home, I'm going to be like, hey, you do you. Good restaurants around here you should check out. I don't know. It's exactly it. Because I'm the same. I have no freaking idea how I'm going to react. I would immediately go get a weapon and go into which is probably not going to help. I would hide in another room. I would definitely call 911, but I would not be taking pictures of it through the window with the flash. You see a 12-foot alien in your yard, black windows on the house. All you see is a flash of light coming from the inside of the house. I don't think that's what you want to do. I think Gate Smasher, sometimes when people write certain things, YouTube blocks certain mentions of certain things. I would doubt that they would block about God, because see, I love God. God is almighty. God rocks. Devil is an ass. Let's see if that works. Hopefully it will. Oh, it didn't? Did it? Yeah. Of course they are. I'm eating very low carb. Norma C says very low carb, so as not to gain my weight back. And you won't. You absolutely won't. Even if we don't lose, we won't regain. That's for sure. That is for sure. Learned a great recipe for cottage cheese um, and cream today. Awesome. I'm not a cream guy. I have a hard time with that. Anything creamy, even ice cream, stays stuck in my throat. But yeah, absolutely. Eating healthy enormously. I'm telling you. Riley had a very vivid dream yesterday of me being in jail, but it was accused wrong. Oh, hey, that is scary though when we have vivid dreams. And if you're like me, I don't dream every day. I used to dream when I was a kid. It's like I think I stopped dreaming years ago. I get visions, or it's either you wait, 2 3 weeks, and you have this really short, stupid dream. Had a dream the other day of me coming out of fire. I was right beside a fire pit, and um, beside looking at the fire pit, and in from inside of the fire, I just walked out with this really cool funnel of fire like in front of my face, and then I woke up right away. It was very odd. It was very odd. Sometimes you can dream of a skull, you can dream of death. It doesn't mean that you're going to die. It says, uh, it depends. Now we talk about interpretation of dreams, which it's whether you believe in it or not, it is a very interesting field and subject. You keep that up, Norma C. Good for you. Everyone, try and comment or ask your. I'm back. I don't know, chickadee. I'm back. I gave up all of dreams at night so you may have yours. Thank you, sir. Yes. Good one, George. Bruce sees nothing. The guy's like, if George was a troll, which I know he's not. Imagine you said, now I can jump on the I can tell the fucker he gets. He's literally not there. Thanks, George. Bruce sees darkness. The giant aliens got him. I keep getting caught. And I'm back. It's Stephen A's fault. It's his energy. I'd started reading his post, and all of a sudden the screen went black. Rose, how are you? Thanks for being here. Thank you so much, you guys, for coming in. Bonnie's in. Bruce disappeared. Oh no, diet is working too well. Love you guys. Thanks a lot. Yeah, we have some fun here, right? Right? It's the power that may be. Yeah, that it was a quick replacement. That wouldn't that have been funny if I pop back up on like with a blue shirt and all the objects are sort of it's sort of like Kazoo's like another type of alien. Yes, behind the moon, my friend. Hey, Sijus Frank, com check. Hello, Houston. Fasting's working really well. Yep. Patagonia, Pampa, Patagonia, Pampa. Thank you very much. It's fast. These are the best comments, though. I love the funny, silly comments. Sometimes you guys bring a whole bunch of friggin' funny ones up. I went many years not aware of dreams, says Pam B, but now always bizarre and some nightmares. Hmm. Bob Stan in the house. Stephen A says, sorry, everyone. You're going to think he's a troll. John Cree, good evening to you, Bruce. Nice to see you and your family again. Thank you so much. John from Lisburn. Thank you, Northern Ireland. Very beautiful Ireland. Another place that I would have loved to have visited if we wouldn't have our damn pandemic that sort of like I'm locked here unless I do stuff with my arms. I'm not allowed to leave my country, unfortunately. Prisoner in my own country. Everything's jumping around. Maybe there's trolls. Oh no, maybe there's 134 watching, so that's cool. Those just arriving, thanks. Love you guys. We're about to jump into very up to date. I'm going to keep you up to date of yesterday and today. Everything that's been brought out in the news, and of course, probably while we're streaming, there's going to be more stuff that's going to come out in the news. It's just crazy. Why is Kazoo back in the corner? He wasn't there before. Exactly. Hey, thank you so much, Julie. Bruce, is it still you? Yes, I promise. I promise it's still me. Promise. Were you abducted and replaced? You blacked out after you talked of God. I know. That's what happens. I disappeared into a black hole. Love you more. Julie, thanks a lot for being here. Thank you to you and Floyd for all the incredible support. Thanks for the generous contributions as always, Julie. Sunspots, did they recently interfere with phones? I confirm to you, yes. And listen, you know it. Every time that there's a coronal mass ejection, even when the radiation is not directed towards Earth, the lines are screwed. Here, I'm skeptical between which is it the wildfires, the sun. Now, when with the rain and stuff like that, there's a lot more thunder and lightning hitting the wires. They're always being taken down from here to the end of Quebec. It's just ridiculous. Fires are crazy, something crazy. Been feeling a lot of sounds in my ears and lightheadedness and ear bopping effects. Sort of like I'm traveling like the speed of light out of the solar system. So why do I say that? Because I'm not going to finish off by saying I'm pretty sure that it's the tilt, or I have no idea what it is. But I think, like animals, humans, we do have extrasensory perception at different levels, and we can sense things going around us, like frequencies. Some people can see, or maybe not see, but sense frequencies more than others. Some people are more susceptible of being sick close to electrical frequencies than others, depending on your metabolism. Probably. Great to be here, he says. Visler, thank you. 85. Thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate that. If you're interested in the channel, please subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. We got the little trolls. They know that I'm blocked. So I guess, I don't know. I got a troll that unsubs 30 subs and resubs 30 subs. My ears are like exploding. Pop, 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 pop. Very painful, actually. It is Kazoo's home. Yeah, he actually lives here. He stopped eating the mustard, ketchup, and mayonnaise because I don't eat any more of that. I don't know why he was so infatuated with that. Drinks like a fish. Julie, thank you for that generous contribution. Chronostone. I like smart people. I like smart things that people say. Maybe come and get me in a deep way with that. What were we paying attention to when we were all enslaved? That says a lot, eh? You said a lot there, and it's true. I agree with you on that, because we're enslaved a hell of a long time ago. Some people still don't even see that they're enslaved, and it's true. We really are good, the human race, most of us, because we accept. Oh my goodness, that's ridiculous. We accept that sometimes is a storm too. By the way, a storm, low pressure, come by. You could probably feel that. Maybe that's what's happening. Yeah, paying attention to what happened when we were enslaved. So right now, what are we paying attention to, right? There's a lot of diversions. There's a lot of people are talking about UFOs. And meanwhile, they're signing bills, they're doing laws and stuff like that. That's getting crazy. Alien Cyborg, thank you so much for being here. Jesus. Yeah, I heard something of about that, and I even heard that. Yeah, malaria. Man, I heard 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, there was cases of Ebola, and there's also cases of some of the friggin' diseases and sicknesses that were around in the 1900s, end of the 1800s. Some crap coming back, right? Yes, sir. Sijus Frank. Thank you very much, you guys. That's nuts. Nuts, Kai. Teresa, how's it going? Glasgow, sorry. Scotland. Thank you very much. Very beautiful Glasgow. A couple of people from Glasgow here, you guys. Thank you so much, my English friends. Crazy stuff. Hey, Maria. Hi. Thanks for coming in. Hey, c'est juste Frank. Moi, il m'a inspiré, moi aussi. Mais j'avais un. Puis j'en veux toute une. Ça fait longtemps. Depuis que je suis très, très jeune que j'en veux un. J'en ai quelques-uns petits faits à la botche. J'ai juste celle-là ici qui est avec mon nom en chinois ou japonais. C'est actually ancient Japanese. C'est japonaise, ancienne écriture, plus vieux. Mais je suis dû. I'm also due. I'm calling seated. Yeah. That's another thing, man. They warned us about it. F-Face Gates is releasing a whole bunch of shit like that, for sure. Holy smokes! My ears. I feel like I'm on the ride at an amusement park. The Green Knight is in the house. Thank you very much for being here. Yes, the third eye. The pineal gland. I agree with that, Bruce. That's why I trust my gut feelings about something. Bonnie, I've always based mostly on my gut feelings. And because the gut feelings, I don't know about you guys, but they're often always right. My gut feelings are always right. Yeah, Dwayne, right on, man. Yeah, these are things there. I wonder how it's going to be when people start talking about that online. You know what? I mean, I'm afraid since COVID and stuff like that, we can't say frig all. You can't even say when there's a family member getting sick or something. They want you to shut your mouth. I won't. I'll destroy this channel if I have to. I just, as a human being, I can't do that. The shutting up part, I can't do it. Lose my job, lose my channel. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to stop doing it. Well, I do give a shit. Give a big shit, actually. Now a smaller shit since I've lost weight, but they're using voice of God tech on us as well. Another scary thing, George. Yeah, and it's the subliminal messaging, the mind controlling, MK Ultra mind control projects that they're doing, rejects. DARPA also did mind controlling projects and experimentation. So that's, now we're talking about all the time in the States. Imagine in Russia, imagine in China, what they're doing, the Uyghurs and everything. Imagine the experimentation that they're doing. It's psychotic when you think of it. They sure are shiny objects. Those, yep, you said it, Dwayne. That is weird. Take it down a notch. We're going up too quick. You think? They say Red Bull gives you wings. I didn't have any Red Bull. World of Warcraft, yeah, the whole world. That's how it is. Virtual worlds, and more it's becoming like that. Corporate slavery started for us in 1666. You said it, with the fire of London. That's right. Isaac Newton was fresh into his research at that point. That's like a week after the apple fell on his head. Bonnie, very good suggestion before I jump into that video right now, guys. I think we should all go back and read 1984 and watch Soylent Green. Both very relevant. Saw both of them, read both of them, and you're absolutely right. You said it. Yep, that's when it started. Like that's when the reality really started, and the disgusting things that he was saying Remember, he was in front of the people. We got to bring everything down to zero. Remember that? And then everyone was like, that's scary. That is scary. It's like people are brainwashed. Not like people are brainwashed. Right on, man. Thanks so much, you guys. 139 watching. We're going to jump into that video. You all telling me about all these plagues. Can you tell me how to stay safe with it, please? Yeah, exactly. Believe that a lot of it's just jumbled up garbage, Lots of lies and numbers too that are out there, and have faith, sister. If you're new to the channel, every Friday we stream at 1 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern. We have 2 streams, 2 hours and 2 hours. And we will always have video most of the time. I will be presenting videos of things that occur in the news. I always have a hard time with the ads and stuff like that. Oh, boy, this is scary. I'm getting really dizzy and stuff. This is weird. Humans are not computing because they prefer the chill of Antarctica. Yeah. Over the winter in the coldest city in Canada. That's why once in a while, when it's really, really cold, they come by and say hi to me here in Canada. For some reason, for the past 3 years, I've stayed away from rivers. It's a message I'm getting. Bruce is crazy enough to believe that those woods back there that I've been filming lights go up and down from those woods. If I go there, I believe I'm going to be abducted. I'm not going to lie and pretend that even if I was 297 or 300 pounds in April, I wouldn't have gone into those woods alone. I felt an overwhelming energetic field. You can feel people's energies, but when you feel a literal energy field, it's very scary. Maybe some. Thanks again, Anika. Maybe it's some UFOs just literally entering our atmosphere. Yeah. It's a very, very muffling. No difference than when I'm in a height. Very, very painful, actually. When you hear your voice talking, but it starts going down, you hear your voice going down. One guy says, yeah, it's called blacking out. Yeah, I hope not. You said it, Stephen A. You might be getting targeted with a microwave weapon. George, it's funny you say that. I mean, listen, any black vans outside the house, why you mention black vans? That's what was there this morning. You know how the mind can play tricks on you. That's a good one. Black van with no windows this morning in front of the house, but they're apparently looking at big cocaine smuggling going on at the end of the road in a small house. Apparently, all the drugs in Canada are going through that house there. So, Maria, it means a lot. Thanks a lot. Rob Litz, thanks a lot. How's it going? The RSV, do you mean the RSV for the C18 or the new RSV coming? Yeah, that's what I have, Dwayne. Very, very painful high pitch whistling. I feel it right on my chest too. Pressure and just the ears. That's interesting. Yeah, it could be. Bonnie, I love you so much for having taken the time to stop by. Thanks a lot. Hope to see you again, Bonnie. Have an amazing day. Mark Matheny, how's it going, brother? Nice to see you, man. Always. Whoa. This is getting crazy. Live human testing is ongoing always. Yes. Always. Right on, Rose. Always remember Bruce Swartz. Not the Bruce Swartz that's in the States, but always remember that when I do go down, Bruce Swartz will be what people are going to have to look for. The Patreon channel. Um, do look for me, guys, if I do go down, because I'm a bit worried about what's happening. Patagonia, Pampa, much respect. I have respect for everyone. I have respect for, like, some are dumb, eh? The ones that did get V'd, you got the people calling them idiots and morons. That's not too cool, guys. The ones that did is because they had to for their job, and it's actually a sad situation that they were forced into doing that. I'm the same, Patagonia, Pampa. I'm a virgin. Not that kind, but that kind. Hold on. Getting a message. Yeah, I hear you. When it gets to that point, then I have a serious problem. But it's the vibrating in my ear that it's almost relaxing. Just jumping in my ears, jumping. I hear faraway sounds. I've always been able to do that. That's why I'm good with music. You can laugh all you want. It's true. I believe we all have little gifts like that. Heard that Fauci and co-developed. And yep, you're right about that, Nika. 100%. 1965, if I'm not mistaken. They didn't hide the name either. It's all there. It was all proven. Band.video talked about it. Alex Jones talked about it. And you, obviously, if you saw it there or somewhere else, yep, you saw the right information. We really are, Nika. We really are. But it's an awakening for people to wake up. Zoe Small, thank you very much. But I think people are awake, and in a way, things are upside down, guys. And I don't think it's necessarily how we think it's going to occur. Lots of things are shifting and changing. And shit straight out of freaking Matrix. Yeah, man. Are all of you experiencing that, like, in an honest way, without embarrassing yourselves? Because I know some of you will not even answer this, even if you know it's real. Have you noticed, like, when it comes to for real talking about the Matrix, like space and time and the fabrics of space and time, and like realities that slip in certain visually slipping. Sometimes the Matrix is different. You wake up, things are more colorful and stuff like that. I notice changes like that. I honestly do. Sky looks a little off, or not just off, like, I mean, very odd feeling where you feel totally not yourself. It's become very apparent to me that our respective governments worldwide have, I'm loving the conversation today, guys, have silently declared war on their citizens. I think you're right about that 100%. There's no two other ways about it. See, Dwayne, bro, that's why I'm hoping that there's going to be a fight inside of the agency, the interagency battle that's going on with the elites, because not everybody is going to agree with a certain thing. Now, as for the disclosure for UFOs, it's not only the government's, actually the government will be the last to have any say in this, because it's the medical, it's the science associations and everything. Science is in charge, I think. Science, and then there's the religion part of it, the Vatican and stuff. We just think he's just this bozo that comes out and does Easter and and doesn't do much, and you don't see him doing much except for going to Canada and making the Indians really pissed off by coming back to ask the aliens for forgiveness because they were manipulated and stuff. I just wish everything was truthful. I wish people would wake up. He's a devil in disguise. I don't know what you guys think about the Vatican, but he's definitely the devil in disguise. Actually, I don't even think he's disguised. I can see him clear as day. More and more, he appears to look more and more like a devil. That guy, I'm telling you. I've heard of that before. Christian, Christian, comment ça va, mon frère? Bruce, ça fait un bail, oui. J'ai déménagé. C'est pour ça que m'envoyez plus. Salut, Darla Lama. Salut, Alias Valhalla. Hey, Christian, fait plaisir, mon frère. Reconnecte avec nous autres, mon ami. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, like get up and go see, but I'm actually going to get up for coffee and jump in that video. Man, you know what, Kai? Half of us are seeing the whole truth, and some people are actually experiencing physically the truth, and some people can't see, understand, or agree with anything when it comes to aliens or matrix and stuff. And now listen, we have a lot of people here that follow me, that have been following me for years, that I know you guys don't believe in aliens. I only have nothing but respect for you all. I'm not saying aliens exist. I'm not saying that I have proof of that. In theory, I would believe that they do. Doesn't mean they do. Some people say they're alien hybrids. They were made by humans, right? All I know is if aliens made us, and I'm pretty sure they did, it's clashing with the story in the Bible. And if they left out the alien story in the Bible, well, quite simply, people are going to be upset because they were lied to. Okay, but are they going to be mad at their gods for humans having taken that secret away? If your God, and I'm talking theory, if your God is alien, what is it going to change? It says in the Bible, God is energy. You don't even know what he is. He's not human. That's a fact, right? Religious people told me that one. Oh, he's not human. Okay, okay, okay. What is non-human? Alien, right? But people refer to the word alien as some people, fallen angels, demons, negative spirits. And some people, like me, have had experience with good beings out there, right? And that believe, if I'm not wrong, that they're not tricking me, that there's actually a connection, that they're here to help me. I've been saved by a couple of accidents where I could have lost my life, not 1,000 times, 3 times in my life. And somebody literally, like in a film, grabbed me by my shirt and saved me. And that's happened to me. And I'm sharing it with you people that believe there's something on the other side, but maybe you're upset because you never saw anything on the other side, but you want to see something on the other side. Well, if you don't need help on the other side, I I understand now that people don't see the other side. If you There's no need for you, to go there or to have an opening around you. Some people have openings around them. It's CERN, also a very controversial subject. Some people are saying, well, they're good people that are there, and it's the good people that took over. Well, I really hope to hell so, because smashing subatomic particles, hadron subatomic particles that can also be transformed into eons and other different energetic mass. But it's a very complex situation, and the more that I'm looking into the hadron collider, it's hadrons, right? The word hadron is what's smashing into each other. It's a hadron subatomic particle that are smashing into each other at over 680,000 or 700,000, or is it 7 million? I think it's 700,000 times per second. Now, here's the scary part. Every time CERN subatomic particles go around and smash into each other, like hundreds of thousands of times per second, they have a, what do you call it? A petabyte of, it has nothing to do with pedos. A petabyte of information comes from these collisions. So we're talking many black boxes, right? Like a size of McDonald's, like lots of black boxes to observe and monitor that every time. But you know what they're monitoring? Every collision gives them a whole slew of information on how to back engineer that exact explosion. So when they see it, they know to recreate that same explosion. After running through very complex programs, they have to find out what energy is exerted. They find out the speeds of the exertion of the energy as the explosion is occurring, right down to the millisecond. They know everything about how to redo those same explosions And the danger, in real danger in news, what everyone's saying is that it's going to cause a rift in time, a rift in space, of the fabrics of space and time. Hard to imagine the walls of space and time. Not for me. It's just frequencies. So bunch of frequencies going this way, bunch of frequencies going all different ways, and you have some solid mass, right? That's lifting up and holding all the stars and everything in it. Maybe sealed in a vacuum, because that's another lie. Space isn't a vacuum. It's sort of like a vacuum. Space works sort of like a vacuum, but space is not a vacuum at all. They're talking about interacting with a fourth dimension. So they're opening portals. And the problem is, you guys, you got to agree with me. Those UFO lights did appear after they started smashing those subatomic particles together between Geneva and Spain, right? It's a massive, I don't know how many kilometer circle that they're smashing these subatomic particles together. And they're creating mass and energy that has never before even been found in our own universe. So they're worried about them letting in malevolent, negative energy or beings, or living organisms. So those lights that are buzzing around Earth, the story hasn't changed. They say they do not know who it is. They're all declaring they do not know who those lights are. Now, this is lingering on. It's a couple of years now. They're still saying this, right? We're not stupid. China has UFOs. Russia has UFOs. Humans have UFOs. In the South Pole, it was recently exposed. They have a base there with DOMs, or DUMs, that they put in the ground, sleeves in the ice sheet, 3,047 volts each sleeve. And it's an array system. It's a weather machine that causes earthquakes and everything. So then they found CERN, the Higgs, right, molecule, the God molecule. And that's a problem, because now they're back engineering not only humans and Earth and mass, they're back engineering energy. These guys don't want to meet God. They're trying to recreate God. They want to be God. That's exactly what they're doing. And the smashing of subatomic particles, it's just very, very dangerous. Very complex systems that are all around that. The readings that go into that. Every time there's a collision. Now, this is scary, because now they're looking for something. And when they find the element that was created by one of the smashings of these subatomic hadrons, they're going to recreate it. Maybe they need it for UFO propulsion. Maybe they need it for free energy. But it's not good news. It's something very, very dangerous. It's like, what are they doing, right? Leanne Benny, nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. They're on the attack with all the bio IT false flags war. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see if there's a false flag war. I'm not seeing any yet. Maybe the false flag was Roswell, right? Yeah, no infection. It was just, now I'm fine. It's like I'm coming down there. Frequency weapons, most dangerous thing in the world. Direct energy is what they're doing, and I'm afraid of that. I'm afraid that that's how they were going to do everyone. A direct energy being beamed on everyone till everyone just flakes out. Scary stuff when you think of it, because they've tested it. Darla said it. UFO lockdowns. People agree too, for sure. High pitched whistling in my ears all my life. That could be also, what is it, tinnitus or something? So other things, right? Not necessarily that. I think it is a side effect of the simulation. See, that's well said, because I can relate to that. Like, I'm there now. Yeah, Darla. They're talking about it. They're trying to push it. I think it was Redacted had mentioned that also. They're trying to push that shit on us. First dream years ago, I went down into a cave and sat on a wall by some dude. He asked who my master was. I said, I have no master. And you woke up. I love that. That's amazing. Pan B. So do I, guys. I'm loving this. I'm loving this chat. Wait till I start the video. Lots to talk about. Lots to talk about. Good to see you too, Mark. Pleasure, man. Thank you very much. Eric Redding, thanks, bud. You the man. Keep up the great work. Thanks for the inspiration, guys. Honestly, it means a lot. Salam alaikum. I'm from Oman. Mas. Thank you so much. MRK, Oman, very controversial country now, isn't it? No man. And I call it no man's land. Lots going on there, military and the things that are going on there. It's all hidden from us. You wouldn't believe what we hear goes on in Oman, and I'm sure it's nothing of any close truth, most likely. Oman, love it. Oh man, that's far. And honestly, MRK, I have a couple of soldiers from there that follow the channel, and in my analytics, they're which I find it hard to believe because, am I mistaken? Is Oman the island where a lot of Asians are there too? They came over. They're coinciding living, right? If I could be wrong about that place where there's military, U.S. military, but also some Asian people that are living there permanently. I could be wrong, right? It could be only bases and stuff. We hear a lot of shit on lying, you know. Nato McNato sounds like heart activations and codes from the sun, Bruce. It's natural, cool that you notice. I notice a little too much sometimes. If it's that, as for messages from outside, I was getting them at 4 or 5 years old, and I think it's a foolproof plan for the aliens not being caught. What are you going to do? What are people going to do when you tell somebody that an alien contacted you? They're safe, you know, unless you have a video. But even if you had a video, Jackie M from Tennessee, right on. Thank you very much, Tennessee. I'm going to say goodnight to everyone. Hey, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate that. Carl, thank you for being here. Crazy stuff, Darla. Scrolling down here. I'm going to get some more coffee, you guys. We're going to start that video now. Hey, YouTube Pan B, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the incredible conversation. I'm 57 and it took me a minute to reprogram. Hey, I hear you. Totally hear you. What an incredible time to be alive. You guys seen what's happening in this world? Write your story for the generations of futures so that the future generations know exactly what you went through. That is my interpretation of that comment. How did I do, bro? Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. I believe it too. You know, guys, this is the way that I look at my channel. You know, how are people going to look at, like, we never thought of the internet in 30, 40 years. Internet for us is the future, right? Well, for some, anyways. And when we look 10, 20, 30, 40 years down the road at what people were saying and how people were acting, it's going to be very, very fun, unique, and interesting. Think of it. Back in the days, we didn't know what people were thinking about anything unless somebody was actually filming them. Now online, we got young kids that are starting their channels, and you know, the internet is a place for both all the good and all the evil. You have pedophiles, you have murderers, you have people who hate women. You have, women beaters. You have women who beat men, which that's so pathetic. And you have a whole bunch of different people. And beside that, you know, two links, one beside the other. You can click on the devil, or you can click on a higher being right beside you. It's like positive and negative. It's all there. YouTube presents it to you. You know, you're trying to lose some weight. You can be sure YouTube's going to be showing you some chocolate ads and some see, chocolate, pizza. They listen to everything we're saying. You have artificial intelligent programs that are calculating how many times you talked about animals or pets in the day, so that at the end of the day, they offer you pet food. Buy new blue pet food, right? That's what they do. That's how they go and get you. You're watching race cars all day, and the first ad that pops up is get a brand new truck, right? Because they want to keep you into the matrix and into the system. When you start leaving the matrix and leaving the system, like I did, I'm almost out of it completely. I think Kai is too. You're going to have a hard time getting back in when you're completely on the outside. You're going to think that everyone's a flake. Everyone is either programmed through deliberate mind control, like secretive mind control, or they're just dumb. The more you learn, it's true, right? The more you become savvy into a certain field of interest, no matter what the field is, physics, ufology. When you start knowing a whole bunch of stuff in these fields, and you see how people are reacting around, you go, oh my God, people are, asleep. Energy. Denis Vaillancourt, comment ça va, mon frère? Says, not just in the Bible, we can see UFO on religious paints. Thank you, Denis. Tu as absolument raison, hein? La vidéo que j'avais montrée aussi, tous les anciens, des années 1400, 1300, 1400, 1500, 1600, 1700. Like he said, Dennis, he said, not only in the Bible, we can see UFO religious paints everywhere. I made a video of that recently with a whole bunch of them. I think so, Dwayne. I really do. Lawrence, I appreciate that more than you think. I knew that. And things that I don't even mention because, like I said, the story's upside down. And the religious people are all good people. They all want to get, except for the ones hiding religion. They're all good people that want to find themselves and be a good person in the name of God. And then when they find out the story was different, they're going to be mad or not. But some people will continue to have faith. It's just going to go on. Some people will be able just to add the story, to add the alien part to your religion. But yeah, it's going to be pretty unique. No, I can't say. Well, no, I don't think so. Like, I don't want to bring on interest or to make the story more interesting because I've never been like on a deathbed or something like that. No, absolutely not. No, absolutely not. I had an accident. I was going 70 kilometers an hour. I turned and my AM CB, another frequency, as I was modulating, it fell in the bottom of the car and I was turning. So when I turned at the light, I went like that. I went, shit. And I was doing a chasse mobile. It's a car hunt. We ping frequencies and we do a bearing with the antenna on the right side on where your cue's at. And we find people, we use jumbo meters and stuff like that. I did that when I was younger and it was interesting. And I hit the post when I turned. It was a small road and the posts were inside of the road instead of outside of the sidewalks. And I went like this, chubby, right? I dived down by looking like that. And I went to pick up the CB. Instantaneously, just the edge of my car skimmed one of the posts and it brought my wheel into the passenger seat. And I just was taken out of the car. The minute it hit, I had my hands like that, and the ass of my car went up, and then I put my hand on the ass of my car, like I pushed it down, like that, like I had pushed it back down, and I was floating at the back of the car, and then instantaneously appear in the car, and I went, what the fuck? Because my windshield was all scrap, my head and my arm and shoulder went through it. The head made a, like, your head's this big, so you make a big circle, and I had a big arm and shoulder going down where I hit the windshield, which I don't remember, because when I hit the windshield, my hat went downwards like this. That's exactly what happened. So I hit the windshield, the glass hit that, and then I sat back and my hat fell back down on my head, and there was nothing there, just glass all over the head and whatnot. But I was taken out of that car. I was taken out of the car. I couldn't hear any sound. I didn't hear any impact, and I didn't feel any impact. And I got out immediately of the car and looked at that. What the fuck just happened? Jesus Christ. I was mad. I was really freaking mad because obviously I'm not drunk. So, yeah. But no near death experience. Maybe it was, but I wouldn't, I don't know. I had no seatbelt. Imagine that. Why? Because yes, it was stupid, guys. But I left the parking lot. It was leaving the parking lot. It was just leaving the parking lot, and I'm going to put my seatbelt on. Boom, right away. So it was fast. 3 wise men in the Old Testament followed a craft to where Jesus was born. Hey guys, I'm liking this. I'm liking these conversations. They called it a star. I like that theory. I like it a lot. A lot. But they had no concept of the craft they were seeing. I love that. I love that. I agree in theory with you. Yes. Yes. They saw God come down. It was blinding. We couldn't see him in the light. He came down. Yes. And yes. Yes, yes, yes. I wouldn't be here without you, Norma C. I'm telling you guys. Yeah, it really can be scary. My dad died in a tragic accident, so I promised myself it's not the way I'm going to leave. Wouldn't do that to my mom. We get better with age, Elias. Keep on jamming. Right on. Free energy is going to be revealed, Floyd. You damn right about that, man. Yeah, I heard, Leanne. Let's get into that video now, guys. Want some coffee? 6:36 already. Wow. Wow. We got just half an hour for the video. Perfect timing. So when you guys come to the stream, if you don't want to listen to me always just talking on the stream, scroll through the stream to see where the video part is. If some of you just want to listen to the video part, I was dead once. All physicality fades away. I believe that's a scary thought because it's, spiritual encounters. That's what happens to me. Leaving. Um, I once stood up more than once in my life, stood up and backed out of my body while it was in front of me. And when I backed out of my body, not because I said, oh, I'm going to back out of my body right now. Just it happened. I backed up. I remained there in front. And the scary part is when I looked at myself, everything was in black and white. And I could see myself paused there. And I didn't look normal. And I saw that. I saw that right in front of my fridge. But yet again, near an energy source. So lots of shit happens when you're near an energy source. That UFO that I saw was near an energy source. Hydro-Quebec energy source. So spooky action in the distance. Yes. Quantum physics is a reality now. This is, my gosh, we're going to have to talk about this Friday too. There's so much to talk about. Frequencies can heal, even put out fires within seconds. Absolutely. With frequencies, I've seen the machine. Very simple machine. Also with noise, with sound, you can put out fires too. Loud sound, whoop, so fire goes out right away. Frequencies. He is. I am Kai. He's itching to launch one. Pooty. Well said. Let's head over to that video, y'all. Thank you so much for listening in. So let's talk about something really incredible. I have a lot of variety in what I want to talk to you about because a lot is going on. The Pentagon is speaking up. Defense is speaking up. NASA is speaking up. And when I say NASA, it's people inside of NASA that are opening their mouths and not necessarily, they couldn't talk NASA. We all know it. A lot of you even told me, Bruce, NASA is blocked from being able to, talk about anything. People are dumb to expect them to talk. And yeah, I get that. But now things are going to be very different. Things are definitely going to be very different. So let's see here. I'm going to share that screen. Thanks, everyone, for coming in. We have an incredible UFO stream. Well, what's incredible about it is information. You might not be as excited as I when it comes to certain things. We won't linger too long on our friend David Grush, but David Grush very recently was under investigation during a secret private congressional briefing or hearing. Briefing, I believe they called it. There was also a second briefing that confirmed that his story was credible. Now, don't forget, why is David Grush's story credible? Because he's in the government, is part of the unidentified aerial task force, maybe even the joint task force, which the Black Vault brought out. The Pentagon denied it ever existed. So the government today wants all funding for black projects to stop. How funny do you think that one is? Could it be that it's the government that's doing all these projects and that now they're paying to turn things around, frontal organizations to say it's them? This guy went missing. Alien Society 51. Nobody is allowing him to talk to anybody, right? So he was there, and the rumor is that he's disappeared. Check it out. SETI Institute, alien invasion is coming. I'm there every day looking at the site. Look who popped up, which I've obviously seen every day, but I didn't realize was there. So SETI Institute is also Stephen Greer that talks a lot about SETI Institute. But very recently, Ocean Gate, right? Somebody went down to the surface from India, they said, right? Not any word on what this person did, but there he is right there. And my heart goes out to his family. Shahzada Dawood, okay, and son aboard the Titanic submersible. SETI Institute mourns loss of Shahzada. So does he, I'm being honest with you, do you think there's anything more to that research that Shahzada is doing? Are these people researching alien tech and UFO sightings and retrieval programs, and they're getting killed? Again, it's speculation, not too nice for the family, might say, to bring that up. But I mean, enough of the bullshit that is happening, right? Inside of SETI, we have the research, the obviously Allen telescope array, and not alien, of course, right? Very funny. First radio telescope to be designed from the ground up to be used for SETI searches. Laser SETI, right? Project instrument, set of observations designed to scan the sky all the time for extra solar laser pulses. Fast radio bursts. They've been talking about it. Messages from an outside source that something is coming. Have you heard recently, this is just in the news now, the underwater search for an alien meteor? Very interesting. Papua New Guinea, if I'm not mistaken. The relics of the first interstellar meteor are thought to lie at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. Last week, one controversial scientist and his team claimed to have found them deep beneath the Pacific Ocean in an inky abyss, roughly a mile, 1.6 underwater. Curious black and silver beast is stirring up mud with a spotted metallic body and wiggling umbilical of purple rope to the region's own eccentric deep sea fauna. It might resemble a kind of rectangular stingray. This is the world's first interstellar hook, a unique contraption designed and deployed by the controversial Harvard physicist Avi Loeb. It's on the hunt for alien material, and it may have found something. Rewind 4 years, and Loeb was thinking about another strange object, the cigar-shaped comet Oumuamua, which silently slipped past our planet in 2017 October, only to disappear forever into the void of space. This was the hell was that? This was Earth's first known interstellar visitor, a rogue voyager that may have traveled for some 600,000 years to reach our little blue marble. Loeb's quest to understand it earned him. See, that little moment of disturbance got me off track. Doesn't take me much, eh? Some 600,000 years to reach our little blue marble. Loeb's quest to understand it earned him a new nickname, the Alien Hunter of Harvard, a best-selling book, and no small degree of criticism from fellow scientists. So what does it look like, what they're doing? And this is just coming out in the news now. We're going to go see a few images of what they're doing in the ocean, what the boat looks like, what they're doing with a few simple images. Loeb's team are continuing to search as we speak, probably, for more possible interstellar relics along the most likely paths of 1M1's explosion. That's what you're going to have to look up, right? There's several designations of numbers, because even Oumuamua, over the years, they changed the designations over time. I think it's to complicate people. A rare event, they say. At first, 1M1 was just a handful of numbers in an online database under the label, as you see there. Though space is constantly under watch from the roughly 10,000 professional astronomers that inhabit the Earth, together with thousands more amateur enthusiasts. Meteorites are easily missed. The sky is simply too big to be monitored in its entirety all the time, and most telescopes aren't sensitive enough to detect small objects. That's why China can come in. So when 1M1 slammed into Earth, no one noticed. The only record of its existence came from the US government, whose sensors recorded its trajectory, speedy, and altitude as it streaked through the atmosphere over the Atlantic Ocean near Portugal. Any further details, if they exist, are found in classified documents, not because it was a UFO, but because making them public would reveal too much about the capabilities of the military equipment that found it. But there was enough crucial details in the database to pick Loeb's interest for a almost timed. It's the matrix is off. For a start, 1M1 was hurtling along at an uncanny speed. It's important. We won't be going through a lot of reading, but this is what is going on. So they're looking for, this is going to become eventually an alien craft. Pentagon's even bloody talking about Oumuamua leaving some probes come down to Earth. So yes, we're going to be analyzing some of my footage showing UFOs spitting out little mother effing lights, which I've been talking about since 2017. And now the research is going to be vindicated because everything I'm seeing, it's real. So they're going to have to talk about, or if not all of it, some of it, at one point, I would hope. Moving right along. So 1M1 Ceneus, you want to look that up. All the stars in the Milky Way are moving, gradually orbiting its center. Though in the case of our sun, a single revolution can take 230 million years as they travel, they take the contents of their solar systems with them. This means that any object that entered our solar system, our solar neighborhood, would already be bringing the speed set by its own star. Do you understand what that means? That means anything traveling in our solar system that's traveling faster than the meteors and everything is an alien craft, what I believe. But you'll see a little bit further down, it gets into exactly that topic. So this means that any object that entered our solar neighborhood would already be bringing the speed set by its own star. As it got closer to the sun's gravitational pull, it would fall towards it, increasing its pace yet further. As a result, scientists expect that interstellar meteorites would be moving faster than regular ones. That's aside from the ones, again, that are saying that it could be a spacecraft. High-ranking people. Loeb's analysis suggests that not only was 1M1 moving more rapidly than our own solar system, there's a problem. Faster than the solar system's moving. Because yes, our solar system is also in movement, right? So we're never in the same place, right? You never saw the sun go around the Milky Way once. You never will. It'll take hundreds of thousands of years. It was also traveling faster than 95% of the stars nearby. How convenient. This is why you have Michio Kaku, a leftist. He's a theoretical physicist, by the way. Right? They don't linger on that when they present Michio Kaku to you. He's just a theoretical physicist. Has many theories, but now they're starting to talk about these objects not being natural. He said it wasn't an asteroid. He said it wasn't a meteor, right? Secondly, actually 95% of the stars nearby. That's crazy. This, he believes, suggests that it was interstellar. However, even factoring this in, it's not clear how it achieved such momentum. This is fascinating me. Secondly, the meteorite was extremely tough, right? So did they hit an asteroid for the first time because it was a craft? Did they try to strike the craft to see what would happen? If they would get a response? You're going to see some shapes here of some things that I caught in the sky in my own research. They look like beautiful comets. But I think eventually the story is going to come out is that UFOs are asteroids. And that's what we're seeing whizzing around. They have the front to back motion, right? We're trying to develop this ourselves, to develop a spacecraft that has an orbit around it. And when I say that we're trying to develop that ourselves, we just confirmed that humans are already flying around at the speed of light or faster than light because of the South Pole weapon that's there. It's also, aside from being a weather weapon, it's also used for lightning quantum communications, only needed for out of this world communications for fast moving craft. Is it the aliens that are stationed there? So we're talking about Antarctica, right? So more and more secrets being revealed. Second, the meteorite was extremely tough. Instead of breaking up in the Earth's upper atmosphere, 1M1 trolls mods, watch the trolls. 1M1 held on until it reached the lower atmosphere. Exactly what it was made of remains a mystery, but it was more robust than steel. Wow, it's driving me crazy. More robust than steel. Okay. We found that its material strength must be at least a few times bigger than all other space rocks, 272 of them at that time in the same catalog, says Loeb in an interview with the BBC a couple of weeks before the expedition started. Be very aware that when I'm sharing you information from these aren't associations that I'm 100% vouching for, that I even agree with, but it's important that when an exclusivity comes out, like an exclusive interview, whether it be MSNBC and CNN bloody liars, whether it be News Nation, whether it be Newsmax, whether it be, it doesn't, no matter who it is, we're going to bring it out because I want to analyze that. But like CNN, the liars, when they post something, they post a real video sometimes, right? When they're not manipulating it, because they have. So did ABC News in the past, manipulate a video. Anyways, I'm going to be careful with what I'm saying for that. I'd gotten a strike when I'd mentioned that, I think the last time. Together with a colleague from Harvard, Loeb calculated that 99.999% confidence that, what does that mean? That 1M1 was an interstellar visitor. This would have made it only the third ever discovered after the comet 21 Borisov, which was discovered in August 2019, which I got an effing video of. And Oumuamua, which I don't think I did get. Whoop. Hear the phone? You hear that? Something in the air. Only this time. It ended up within reach, but there was a catch. What the hell? Hold on. Telephone's buzzing. Give me a second. The battery's out for a little bit. When the team wrote up their findings, the paper was initially rejected. Okay, so get this. August 2019, Oumuamua, only this time it had ended up within reach. But there was a catch. When the team wrote up their findings, the paper was initially rejected for publication in a scientific journal. Okay. Partly because the experts reviewing it felt they needed more detail. These are the cover-up bitches. Sorry. It's true. In need of urgent access to classified documents, Loeb's mission stalled. But that's their plan. It's always going to stall, right? Right. And when it stalls, they can't do anything about it because that's how they protect themselves through frontal organizations, right? They have these frontal organizations. That's exactly what's going on. The alien comet Oumuamua came with its own mysteries, including why it accelerated as it tore like a bat out of hell away from the sun. And it happened. People witnessed it, but not us. Why? That's the frustrating part. Why isn't this thing disappearing? I'm having energy problems. I'm being really friggin' pissed off here. I'm trying. 1 second. Oh, Jesus Christ! It had left. Fuck. Come on. There we go. I'm losing it. Then, after years of petitioning the White House for further information, earlier this year, NASA received a letter signed by the USS Space Force Lieutenant General Bruce Swartz. No, I'm kidding. With a blue seal from the Department of Defense, Bruce Swartz. It confirmed that they had checked Loeb's workings with the chief scientist at the U.S. Space Operations Command and confirmed they were sufficiently accurate to suggest the mystery meteor came from the interstellar space. Now, here's my favorite part. That was really unusual because the Department of Defense came to my defense, so to speak, said Loeb. Some NASA scientists remain unconvinced. Cover-up bitches again. That's what I call the cover-up bitches. Two other scientists contacted by the BBC refused to comment. So as I'm reading this to you, this is just happening, and people are refusing to speak out, and some are wanting to speak up. There's going to be a fight on the inside. It's actually an ongoing interagency battle for sure. Two other scientists contacted by BBC, another bullshit association, refused to comment as they did not wish to be associated with Loeb's claims. But if 1M1 really did have the features Loeb has uncovered, it raises a number of questions, none of which yet have established answers. What could it possibly have been made of? And how did it end up traveling so fast? Explanations range from the relatively sober, such as the ideal it originated within a distant supernova, the explosion of a massive star, to the arguably absurd. Loeb has dared to propose that the meteor could represent technology from an alien. See, it gets interesting because no matter what you say, never has anyone in those departments or organizations come out and talked about anything ever being alien. Okay? Especially not alien tech. They're about to admit a whole slew of other things. I'm almost pretty sure. So here's an interesting thing. So this is what they're picking up in the bottom of the ocean, right? They're strong maggots, strong magnets are getting these little spherules, which you will see a close-up of the microscope in a second. The interstellar hook is designed to slide along the seafloor, fishing out any magnetic particles in its path. A very daring search. So we're going to take a look at some more. What's going on? There we go. Loeb's meteor search team arrived on board the Silver Star on June 14th and soon arrived at a patch of velvet blue ocean 84 kilometers, 52 miles from the tropical shores of Manus Island, Papua New Guinea. This is where, using a combination of U.S. military data and local seismology readings, Loeb calculates the debris from the meteorite will have landed. Armed with their interstellar hook and more than $1 million in backing from the founder of the blockchain company Cardano, you can look that up, the team began the journey by collecting control samples from outside their search area, which is being used for comparison with debris from 1M1. The hook is designed like an underwater sled is designed. Let's see the image. This bitch is pissing me off. Okay, here is the spherules, they say. And of course, guys, you could try it yourself if you have, you know, if you have a microscope with a magnet on the roads, along the sidewalks, all along the sidewalks. There's even meteor dust that falls there. There's objects from elsewhere. Hey, the defense, Pentagon, alien motherships. Pentagon official floats a theory for unexplained sightings. One astronomy professor called the notions highly questionable and odd. And people are finding it odd that now some high ranking officials and people inside are talking about this. The paper explains that interstellar objects, such as the cigar shaped Oumuamua, that scientists spotted flying through the galaxy in 2017, could potentially be a parent craft that releases many small probes during its close passage to Earth. The official in charge of a secretive Pentagon effort to investigate unexplained aerial incursions has co authored an academic paper that presents an out of this world theory. Recent objects could actually be alien probes from a mothership sent to study Earth. In a draft paper dated March 7th, Sean Kirkpatrick, head of the Pentagon's All Domain Anomaly Arrow Resolution Office, and Harvard professor Avi Loeb teamed up to write that the objects, which appear to defy all physics, could be probes from an extraterrestrial parent craft. Change. It's unusual for the government officials, especially those involved in the nascent effort to collect intelligence on recent sightings, to discuss the possibility of extraterrestrial life, although top agency officials don't rule it out when asked. After Loeb posted it online, the paper gained notoriety from a post on Military Times and has also circulated among science-focused news outlets. More than half of the 5-page paper is devoted to discussing the possibility that the unexplained objects Defense Department is studying could be the probes in the mothership scenario. At least they're calling it a scenario now. Including most of the page-long introduction, one section is titled The Extraterrestrial Possibility and another Propulsion Methods. Now, the Pentagon got caught through FOIA, Freedom of Information Act, leaked, classified documents or videos that become declassified that mentioned the Pentagon doing experimentation with secret associations wanting to test time travel on the moon by nuking a hole straight through the moon and traveling through that to be able to go back in time. Now you're going to say that that's ridiculous. Where did you hear this? It's all in the blackvault.com. Our friend Greenwald had many documents, that were private or secretive. And don't forget, obviously, a lot of the information and some of what's exposed to the public now, there's a lot of redacted. You see a lot of black lines, obviously, redacted. But another propulsion methods. I mean, guys, think of how the hell scary that is. Well, it's almost 7:00. We're going to arrive good here. Did I go past that? Oh, I did that. It's unusual. Where am I here? Well, I'm sorry, guys. I'm unprofessionally having problems here. I just want to be sure that I'm showing you all the information. Yes. All right. It's unusual for government officials, especially those involved in the nascent effort to collect intelligence on recent sightings, to discuss the possibility of extraterrestrial life, although top agency officials don't rule it out when asked. Now, you see, we don't hear that part, but they just confirmed that top agency officials don't rule it out when they are asked, right? After Loeb posted it online, the paper gained notoriety. Did I just read this? Sorry about that, guys. Something in the air. Pentagon is open to scientific debate of the origins of UFOs, an important signal to send to the academic world, experts said. But they add that his decision to attach his name to a theory considered in most academic circles to be highly unsubstantiated also raises questions about Arrow's credibility. Hey, Arrow's credibility. I question the government's credibility, right? The paper explains that interstellar objects such as the cigar-shaped Oumuamua that scientists spotted flying through the galaxy in 2017 could potentially be a parent craft that releases many small probes during its close passage to Earth. So that's the only reason why I wanted to read this to you guys, because this information, a lot of people are not going to believe it there. That the Pentagon themselves are saying that they think it's a bloody craft. That's, the hilarious part. Now I'm going to get into the fun part here. Of course, Marco Rubio in the last video, more whistleblowers inside of the US, government trying to bring out the truth. In the first 17 hours, of course, regular viewers aren't watching this video as long as usual. You look at the details, and when you look at the details, you see that, the people that are not watching, it's not all of you. It's people I've never seen before that come and watch 30 seconds of the video and dislike it and leave. It's a little mysterious. And now we're going to get into the fun part. I need some more coffee. We're going to finish off with my research. So if you're just arriving here, you're going to see my research. So everything you're hearing the government saying about UFOs and UFO sightings, we'll look at the research, and then you tell me, you dare tell me that the UFOs that everyone's talking about around the world are not on the moon. We're seeing them literally right on the moon. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. There goes the magnet. So check this out, y'all. If you've never seen my footage, all that little alien go by. Some people get scared of these beings, right? But if it's presented like that in a scary way, like if a guy looks at you like that in a restaurant, what are you going to say? Hey, weirdo, what are you looking at? So now what is this? Now that we're talking about probes, I should have waited to bring my research out, right? I should have waited. We're on the moon, folks, and there's UFOs lifting up from the surface, and we can see the lights right there in the center. Hundreds of them, hundreds of them lifting up. Watch them right there. All here lining up. Watch that. Boom, 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 boom. They're all over the bloody place. This is Mare Fecunditatis, everyone, where we see the most objects on the moon, right? These objects lifting up, UAP phenomena. Remember years ago in 2016 when I told you guys these are not UFOs? They have to have another characteristic. What about this? Okay, you catch this on the moon, okay? Oh, thank you so much, YouTube, for pixelating the shit out of that. Doesn't matter. I'm still showing it. It's not pixelated at home. See that? The gas coming from it? What are they doing? Terraforming, interacting. So I've seen a lot of objects on the moon that are not UFO related, I believe. How can you say that that is a UFO? There's more than one object. There's like a yellow gas coming from it, interacting with the atmosphere, or maybe they're chemtrailing. Maybe it's, I don't think it's debris, because why would debris be on fire for thousands of years? The field of debris going around the sun. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I used to only show, hang on here. I used to only show this. I used to mention and mumble that it was Copernicus crater. I want people to wake the hell up, and especially those of you in the military that have gone to the moon and that know that you're landing near Copernicus crater. Explosions on the edge of Copernicus crater. NASA confirms that no amateur astronomer will have a very easy time being able to capture one meteor in his lifetime. I'm up to over 80. So what does that tell you? NASA's lying. It's not meteors that are exploding on the moon. It's explosions on the moon. Are they terraforming or hiding under a thick haze they create? What you're going to see here is video of an object that has a shape, massive plume of smoke out at the back, and other smaller objects close to the surface going by. That, for me, was the most incredible sighting. That should be in the news. That right there. And don't forget, I got nice footage. It ain't pixelated at Brucey's home. It ain't pixelated here. I should have showed Elias. I should have showed you my videos from home, man. They're not. We have an object on the moon, more than one object interacting in the in the moon's atmosphere. So I told everyone that the moon had an atmosphere. There's smokes and hazes there. There's clouds on the moon. Way back in 2017, and people were like saying I was totally nuts. What the hell is that? Well, this is an object that whizzed by while I was taking pictures in Orion constellation and taking videos. This massive object that has a shape looks like very complex. It looks like a square, like obviously there. Another smaller object there. It almost looks like a box or with two sides, right? A square here and a square there. Either way, wings of light. I call them my angels. Little wings of light. It could be a spacecraft. The Pentagon's talking about it themselves now. The Pentagon is saying Oumuamua is literally a spacecraft, right? Why do you think they're going to see Oumuamua? Look it up. I looked it up. There's a big project coming up this year. They're going to be sending a probe to Oumuamua to get a sample of it to see if it's an alien spacecraft. But they're not telling us that way. They're telling us in a different way. They're telling people, well, we're following Oumuamua going back into, interstellar space, which is, it remains very funny. So you can see the beautiful tail there. Every time this is flipping around, right? Every time that flips around, guys, that tail, every time this spirals around in a circle, it makes a line here like whoop, 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 whoop. Look at the S line. It's always flipping around and it's smoking. Flipping around and smoking, flipping around and smoking, flipping around and smoking. It's got two wings because it's traveling at such high speed. What the hell is that? Alien craft. Bruce started filming them in 2018, 2017. They were all over the sky, objects going by the sun. People are like, how come you're seeing so many objects? And many years after, the government admits that, well, we don't know what those lights are. And they're whizzing all around us. Like, what the hell are those lights? It's maybe not much information for you all, but the fact that they're dredging the surface, like they're picking up stuff. So you want to talk about probes being shot out? Watch the light on this mama. Watch the light coming from there. He ain't done. Watch it. Look at that. Satellite my freaking ass. I got them landing in the yard. I got them slowing down. I got them flashing me. Watch this one that leaves me. Doesn't even go left or right in the screen and splits in two. How much craziness do you want? Got lots of captures like that. I got lights, like these lights are spitting themselves out. Do probes exist? Yeah, probably really do. But what's the story about the aliens and the humans? Hayim Eshed, defense minister, last year or the year before, mentioned after retiring, because they all do, that the United States government has hybrid aliens living on Mars in an archaeological dig site underground. Spaceship, that's a real spaceship. No, it's not a Star Trek movie. It's a real spacecraft with the fires on each side, 3 fires, because that's what Elon Musk builds, right? To go down to the descent, the surface, a rocket. What's different? What is really different from it? Nothing. What is that smoke? It's 2 lights separating themselves. Lights are alive, guys. The light is alive. What if the cloud's living? What if the clouds are an alien communication device? Are you that much open-minded to realize that what if the grass and trees and vegetation all over the ground is for visuals? Are you that open-minded? They're going to stump us, the aliens, if they exist, and I know they do. Like these objects, are they craft? Right? Are they comets? Are they meteors? What are the objects coming in? Guarantee you there's some craft. Guarantee you some of them might just very well be some craft coming in. Watch the dark triangle. That's right. A big ass dark triangle, an isosceles triangle moving at high rates of speed, twice as fast as a 54,000 kilometer moving rocket or meteor. Ever notice why the rockets go 54,000? Why the meteors go 54,000 and the comets go 54,000 kilometers an hour? Follows the speed of its own star and follows the speed of the solar system. UFOs defy gravity, they defy reality. Did you know that when UFOs land in the ocean, they don't create a wake, they don't disturb the ocean, they don't have a resistance as they are flying through the water? The water's not swooshing away from them. It's like they're not in this dimension. They have a light, nothing physical, probably just a light that is here being used as a communication device. So our probes and satellites are also lit up. When an alien or when someone on the moon is seeing a human satellite going by, it's going to look like a UFO. Is it not quite simply what the aliens are doing? Dropping out probes. We got the Pentagon now that told us that they're dropping out probes. How frigging crazy is that? Hey, GP, thank you very much, man. Sorry for the delay, bro. Oh, 7:05, man. I had time to say thank you then. And he just disappeared. How come? I'll go back and get him here. No, I got the start on top now. Again, Anika, Julie, Christian, Marquez, merci. Christian, thank you. Merci beaucoup, mon frère. Leah. Oh, you're so sweet. Hey, Bruce, I will catch up later. How is the smoke there? We're doing really good right now. We had a couple of days of rain, not me, like half a day or like an hour of rain, but the town next to me, bad rain. Guys, look up Leah. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I want to go back to GP now. Guys, look up Vaudreuil, 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 Quebec flood. 2 days ago, during a couple of hours, they got so much bloody water that it was like up to the sides of the cars. That was really, really bad. And that's like my family in that video in Vaudreuil. I mean, that's where we go shop, right? It's where we go pick up our stuff. You know, sometimes we go to grocery stores or Costco. Check out the Costco in Vaudreuil. It's all over the internet. It was crazy. Hello from Indiana, Bruce GP. Thank you very much, man. It's a little smoky here. Always great videos and information. Stay safe, everyone. Thank you, guys. Means a lot, the contributions, everyone. Thank you very much, eh? So how come the UFOs are not moving water as they go underneath in the ocean? How come they're not creating a wake? How come they're not disturbing the water or splashing the water when they go into the water? How come they're able to leave the ocean at high rates of speed without seeing any water lift up? They're not here. They're not here. The extraterrestrials that are on Earth are, but not the ones that are with those lights. It's something far away that is around Earth that we have the impression, in theory, that these UFOs are craft with people sitting in them. Unidentified aerial phenomena, unidentified anomalous phenomena. The Navy, the military, ask anybody. They don't use the term UFO. You will never see military using the term UFO in any reports. They're past that. They didn't tell you guys in 2016, a lot of you knew, but a lot of people that didn't know in 2016, 2017, the government knows all about light phenomena, you know, which has nothing to do with transient lunar phenomena, by the way. Those are lights beside Plato crater that are like they're on the moon and they are growing on the moon. I'm gonna keep it sizzling, brother. Thanks again, Julie, for being here. The two angels guard it with flaming swords. Yeah, I heard that before. The gate to Eden, just a theory, though. Hey, a theory is all welcome here, guys. All welcome. We're all trying to find out about truth. That's another thing, Lynn Sellers. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming back. It could be. It could be that they're hiding. Absolutely right. That maybe even chemtrailing on the moon or hiding the surface. Doesn't cost anything, right? For them to create a mist, right? Just mist, like the cloud ships. In theory, I believe in that. Like, I mean, obviously they make things look natural. If you see a rock flying by, well, it could very well be that it's not a rock. What's that comet that all of a sudden they said, "Oh, look, guys, a comet's coming by Earth. It's the first time in 70 comes by once every 75,000 years." Why do they know about these comets and asteroids and meteors, even if they are in interstellar space? There's no way in hell any human knows anything of what's out there in interstellar space. I would tell you, when we see Ocean Gate, a bunch of goons with billion-dollar equipment and boats, not being able to detect anything in the ocean that's under the size of like the freaking Titanic. What do you think the goal is that everyone's been doing in technology? Say it. Making things smaller. Televisions were huge, making them smaller. The first computer was a room. Now computers fit in people's minds, right? And so the goal is to make everything small so they can't be seen. So you got shit stained CCP China government, and you got fuckface Russian Vladimir Putin. Now people are all like, "Oh, you don't like Putin?" I'm like, I don't like Putin. I don't like Volodymyr Zelensky. I don't like Trudeau. I don't like elites. I don't like politicians. I don't like the system. I don't like anyone that's working for a government that is, trying to corrupt people. But would I get mad at an agent for doing taxes and working for the government and doing bankruptcies? And no, it's the elites that are the assholes. The CCP China taking over in Canada, the States, and a whole bunch of crazy stuff that's going on. Now I'm off track. I was going to mention something else about that, but oh, yes, they do. The dolphins, yes. So do the SEALs, the Navy SEALs. Yep. Odd groups of triangle shapes. Absolutely. Dimensions, Floyd. They're all around us. So get this. What would something in the fourth dimension look like coming into the third dimension? Yup. A light. Yup. You know what? I think I'm retarded. I think I can't believe that common sense is there in our minds without even being a researcher or without even having worked or studied or get a university degree, master's degree, bachelor's degree. If you use common sense and observe nature and observe the world around you, like when you go to a party. When I go to a party, the first thing I do, and once in a lifetime, rarely, when I go to a party, I walk in and I analyze everything. In a matter of a few seconds, which one's already drunk, which one's having problems with his wife or with their husbands, or which I like analyzing everything. I like looking at the floor. Oh, the floor is clean here. Whoop, hand marks on the ceiling. That's why I don't have people over to my house. It's going to be noticing too much. They use total toroidal immersion engines, and the ships are wrapped in a toroid. Thank you very much, Patagonia Pampa. Yes, that's what I've been recently hearing about everything. They have all the methods and new propulsion systems. They just did a plasma propulsion system. They just did a water propulsion system, nuclear propulsion system. They did an electrical propulsion system, and anti-gravity propulsion systems. They're inventing new ideas. We have back engineered alien craft that they put nuclear propulsion in it, to pass off, of course, pretending that it's aliens out there. I would say yes, Anika. I tell you what, we know that water can be in many different states. We have physical water. We have, ice, cold crystals. We have vapor, steam, gases, water, water frozen on Mars, in methane. There's different things, not just in methane, by the way. There's a big ass river canyon on Mars with flowing water. I saw it 2 days ago. LA in the house. LA. Norma C, good night, my friend. Thanks for coming by, y'all. I hope this was interesting. For me, it's amazing that they're admitting that there's alien debris and an alien crash site in the bottom of the bloody ocean near Papua New Guinea. Don't forget, look what's happening in Papua New Guinea. Do I have to tell you? The earthquakes, the volcanoes in the Pacific Ocean. Look up all catastrophic events in the past 3 years in the Pacific Ocean. Okay? Everything around there going on. And now something hit in the ocean. So that could have changed, Yeah, don't poke the bear. Tell me about it. We've been nowhere, but they have been for a very long time. Absolutely. Gemma, how are you? Bruce, I got another telescope. My son destroyed. Oh no, my old one by kicking it over. Oh no. Lots of love, Gemma in Oxford. Hey, Gemma, thanks a lot. Gemma got herself another telescope. I tell you, Gemma, it's the most amazing time in the world to have and own a telescope. Once the fires finish up here, we'll get our skies back. That's for sure. Dwayne says the bear will be dragged into war with a hook in its mouth. Yes. yes. Bob Stan. Hey, guys. Thanks a lot, man. Thank you very much, everyone. Oh, yes, sir. 127 SLT Max, suit of cost grain. Lots of enjoyment. Yeah, so when you set up on the moon, set up on the right side of the moon because it's going to be going to the right, and then you let the moon go by. And I film like that, or I look like that. I sit down and I watch and I look. Eventually, you can even get any quality camera, a DSLR, and but you have to have a camera that the end comes off and put it in the back, or you go get yourself a solar imager, or Gemma. A lot of people don't film the moon. A lot of people just like sitting down and viewing it with their own eyes. But you're going to see some things going by, that's for sure. Thank you, Lynn Sellers, for the encouragement, guys. Casa Nostra, they had a few bio labs in Ukraine on Russia's border. Putin freaked out. Yeah, absolutely. See, this is why. And it was also U.S. run, right? Doing, the research and then a whole bunch of other things came out, like the bastard Fauci pretending he had not done gain of function. And gain of function, he did that. It was paid and everything. It's horrible. Oh, yes. Anika, we get along pretty good. I think I'm the same as you. Too peoply. I love that. Could you be an alien princess from another planet coming to save me? She says, no, I'm here to eat you. Nobody wants a bioweapons lab next door to them, do they? No, absolutely not. I got one right here, 1.9 kilometers from me. Aceleaos. You guys want to write to me? Hey, we had a good stream again, guys. Labs are more deadly than arms. 100% Casa Nostra, unfortunately. Psychic LJ is here. Thank you very much, Psychic LJ. Yes, true critical thinking, Anika. And YT vids, water responding to emotional sounds. We all have crystals in our ears. We all have crystals in the cerebrum, right? The pineal gland. Crystals that are activated. As a matter of fact, when you get the endorphins, that's when the crystals are stimulated. You get this incredible, happy, high euphoric feeling when there's the pineal gland is receiving light, apparently, which is very interesting. The abyss. Are we the fallen angels? Like I said, pretty sure I had some wings, but fuckers cut them off or something. I'm pretty sure I feel them there. Right? on my shoulders and back, little bumps in your back, cut out wings. Actually, if you want to flip, you know how you open your wings? I'm an angel, so I can tell you guys. It's a little secret. If you want to open your wings, you put your hands forward like that, like you're ready to fly. You feel the bump? Put your hand in your back when you do that, and it'll freak the shit out of you. Oh boy. They have cars running on air and water instead of petrol. Absolutely. And maybe even on the moon. Yeah, we have motors that run on water. We can run on vegetables. And I'm not even talking about the car in Back to the Future, which is just probably a real freaking car, right? Just my mind glitches activity. Nah, I think we're all glitched. Do join us for those streams, guys. Hey, Stephen A., right on, man. Get yourself a scope. They're fun, man. Jimbo, James Armstrong, thank you very much. James Webb. that's the one I want. I'll tell you what, you pay for what you get. If a telescope is expensive, in general, they say that, yes, we can, Anika. We're totally in charge. A good telescope. Listen, I like Celestron. It's a bit more expensive as a model. It's one of the best renowned known telescopes, I believe. Ooh, excuse me, but there are a lot of different models, right? I'd be a liar if I told you uh, what to recommend you. It's probably one of the biggest questions that I have a hard time with because I invested some time to look in for a telescope, but a good telescope, it depends on the way you mean it. So a good telescope for me, you don't have to have a remote. But if you don't, like if our friend right up there, Jenna, if she doesn't have a remote, it's just that there's two mechanisms, right? You got a mechanism to be able to go up and down with the telescope. You got another little lever to be able to turn right and then up and down. So once you get used to that, those little mechanisms up and down, with the remote, if you want to film the moon, it's not so bad. If you want to film a star, it's a bit harder with a 127 SLT because, not impossible. You'll do it a bit, you line up. That's what I do. Even with the moon, sometimes like, where the friggin' hell? There she is. There she is. Then you bump the telescope, then it goes down. You don't see the moon again. The moon's not. There we go. See, moon's not hard testing. The moon's not hard to get, but I think that's probably the most interesting celestial object out there. We're gonna see Betelgeuse probably explode in the next few years, guys. Going to be some pretty exciting. My brother has a lot of different topics and subjects. Same time, Jason John Swartz on Mondays has an open panel. A lot of you started fasting. Pat, Kassar, a whole bunch of you. Fatty McButterpants was there last week. Our dear friend, a kind lady who is starting the fasting and she wants to share her, the outcome with it every Monday. I join my brother on the stream. I will be doing so as often as I can on Mondays to talk about my own weight loss journey, not to annoy you all here. But Bruce is in the 220s. I'm on my way down. I've reached my goal of 225 that I wanted to reach at the end of July from April 12th. Already down in the 220s. I'm getting tight. I'm tightening in. I got first sign of Bruce's clavicle. Ouch. It's starting. Flipping UFO on the moon. On moon could be a young pilot having fun trying new toy. Bob, it can, and at the same time, it could be actually, the Pentagon or humans doing that up there, right? Even though I'm telling you, how the frickin' hell could they have gotten there? A good telescope, Linda. I'm back now. I just want to remind you, for more fun, it's not necessarily, but get a remote, one that has a sturdy tripod, which the SLT is a pretty good one. I have a 127 SLT here, Gemma. I also have a 127 SLT. I started out with the first telescope with that one. When I filmed the UFO, I had to get a bigger telescope to be able to film, the bloody UFOs whizzing around the moon. What the hell is wrong with me yawning? Oh, yeah. Yeah. They are trying to prevent the chapter. Terry. Guys, Terry, thanks for being a member. I appreciate it. Got Celestron 8-inch and thinking of buying 2-inch lens with millimeter with Would you get to check out moon? I don't think you're going to need the. Are you talking about a Barlow? 2 times Barlow? You are with the 8-inch. Hell, you're not going to need it. 8-inch or even closer than the 5-inch that I had, which I had high aperture, 1200 aperture in my smaller telescope, Celestron telescope, which was only 5 inches. That's amazing. And very similar to mine, because from an 8 to a 14, there's a difference, but very similar in the size. Like when I went from a 5-inch to a 14-inch, you're expecting the craters to be that big, and then you look and you go, holy shit, they're still only that big. Maybe the moon is far away, right? That, changing telescopes. I said, yeah, the moon probably is very far away. Thanks for the contributions here, like you all did, my friends, and or for the equipment on every video except for the streams. In the description, I have this link here if you want to go contribute for the equipment and for my work. I do this full time, and not a beggar, but whatever comes in on the ads, whatever people contribute, it's what I live with. So I have a big thanks to all of you for being here. Do you understand that I wouldn't be here if you guys and gals weren't coming back to the channel? Sure, the channel is being completely attacked. Subs are locked most of the time, but I'm honored by the overwhelming therapeutic comments. You guys get me all teary-eyed very often sometimes, because most of you are from the heart. I see that you're as affected from the research and the findings as I am, because it changed my life. This really changed my life. My grandmother went to church all her life, gave a lot of money to church, did church bazaars and stuff like that. But in reality, all religions, without putting them down, I mean, hear me out, guys. All religions are very hypocritical to have done that. You're going to tell me maybe the priest doesn't know, and no, I get it. I get it, because we're indoctrinated, where priests are told to read certain things. Catholic priests are told not to read the Maccabees. And you ask a Catholic, what about the Maccabees in the Bible? And a Catholic will tell you, Maccabees? The hell's that? See how it works? Don't go read that. It's no good. Oh, don't go read the Old Testament because it's too old. Or a lot of people, I tell them, damn, that God was really mad. Yeah, but that's the Old Testament. You can read the New Testament. You say, why are people trying to defend their God? God picks his nose or something? Must be like us, hey? Pick his nose when he's itchy? God's not picking his nose. He's actually sending a probe up into his brain for more information. People lie. I hate people that lie around, and they believe their own lies, interpretation of the Bible. Screw interpretation. We can all read. When you sing a song that says, I killed my family yesterday, do you need somebody to tell you that they actually maybe murdered them? Or do you understand that maybe it's common sense? God is a very jealous God. And then interpretation, what they mean by the jealousy of God is that makes me sick. I think it's lame. And I think anyone that comes up with a fucking excuse to try to translate the Bible is full of shit. Unless you're like my brother on a journey trying to give a Christian's perspective, I'm all for it. But a lot and most people that say they're religious are not religious. They don't know the Bible. They copy and paste. It pisses me off. Before I get off here, look at all these people. Sorry I've missed so much. Always a joy catching it live and catching up. James Armstrong, can't thank you enough, brother. Thanks, you guys. I'd like to know what they are trying to turn me into. Yeah, I sort of think that way sometimes too. And look at it the way you want. This guy without the pants, without the testicles, very small ass cheeks, almost cutish. I mean, what the hell? That can't be born, right? But you know what? It makes perfect sense, doesn't it, Lynn? That if they were created by the government to be enslaved or aliens, if they don't have sexual parts, if they're not eating, if they're not even talking, they're just strictly for work. But they don't have big muscles, so they're not lifting things, that's for sure. I'm telling you, I got too much to say. I didn't finish what I was saying before. I am Kai says, "Oh, I'm not an angel." Oh no, I'm forgetting what I wanted to say. Okay, the fourth dimension. When something is coming in from the fourth dimension, because now they're talking about that, Michio Kaku was also talking about theoretical physicist, saying that things are coming in from the fourth dimension. When he said that, I said, "Whoa, what would something look like coming in from the fourth dimension? Would it be light? Would there be a frequency or disturbance that we're looking at, like something like like in a Charlie Brown cartoons, that guy, Pigpen, walking by, he's got like a cloud around him all the time, like a frequency around him. I think that's what's going on with the UFOs. What we're looking at, those probes or lights. What if, like in that video, who's that musician? Video puts on his glasses and starts looking at all the signs written obey, obey, you know, like the frequencies. Do you think the government has that filter to see those real UFO lights and all the living organisms around Earth? Of course. Of course they do. I'm sure you do, my angel. I do too, but do you guys get that? Okay, listen, hundreds of thousands of times. I always wake up because I'm falling. And whether it be because those mother buggers are dropping me off from too high when they abduct me, little joke in there, hopefully. Waking up, oh my god, and feeling for like 16 seconds that I'm free falling. I'm going down. I'm going down. And you feel the butterflies in your stomach for real in the physical world. Then you wake up. What the hell? Not no recollection that I'm falling off a building or anything, just my stomach is going whoop, like I'm coming back into my body, and it could be virtually what's going on. Hey, a psychic, LJ, I'm honored for that. Thank you very much. Thank you, my dear friend. I have a bad tendency of telling everyone, bro, thanks. I don't even look at the icons close up. Pulled a card for you, Bruce. Got the world. You will hit 100,000K very soon. You are a sweet heart. Thank you very much. I like that. I also believe in astrology and card reading. Very interesting. Awesome, Gemma. Thanks for interacting, you guys. When I do, my arms are out like Bruce showed. Weird. Right, eh? I'm telling you. All I can say is if it's bad, they'd better keep it hidden from me for their own sake. No, I mean, I want to unleash you. Couple of slaps on each side of your face, man. Like ta ta ta. Kai, wake up, do it, dude. Okay, how many of you believe that we all have jobs to do, but that it's in our DNA and that we're going to be doing our job without even realizing that we're anything important or that we had to do anything? You know, love collabs all the time. Telescope, but have problems with it. Oh, let me know. Don't be shy. If you have some problems, maybe You need a fix. Maybe I have an extra part you need. Between telescope users, a lot of us have a lot of parts that we don't always use. I have a Barlow here, a 2 times Barlow that I have to find because I wanted to give it to someone, but I hadn't found it. Yeah, well, LA, you'll probably feel it when you do go up in a plane. If you're very sensitive to frequencies and energy and whatnot, it really will, Reese. Reesum, thank you very much. It will be daytime at night if Betelgeuse pops during the night. It will, and it could possibly even be as big as the moon, the light that's there, which it should remain there for actually many days. Imagine what they see that the top home models might not views that they aren't sharing with us. Absolutely. Munakia is awesome even with the naked eye. Well said, James Armstrong. Jimbo, thanks, man. I love that. Honestly, Floyd, when I do fast, I'm thinking of the damn bacon all the time. Honestly, are your asses getting warm? Everybody's sick of being sitting down, saying, "I want to listen to the end," but now he's just going to be rambling on. Would love to be able to see Beetlejuice happen, Lynn. I do too, and for some reason, do some of you feel that we are in biblical times? In other words, the Bible story that's written, all those people are dead. They have no idea they're going to be in a Bible, right? We will be too because we are living in biblical times. We will see the system crash. We will see a new system reformed. We'll see the elite system crash also. I promise you all, the elites will crash. Bruce Swartz at the World Economic Forum will not be there for a long time on that platform because I found out that Bruce Swartz is the Attorney General at the WEF, and he's also, anyways, had some fun. Check out the community later. No, I don't think so, Linda. No. It has no remote. But like I said, Linda, you will still have just as much fun without the remote. But maybe eventually, if you get tired of always resetting, it depends what you're looking at, right? Like there's no problem looking at the moon, and maybe you don't know yet, but if you try to scope, you're going to know real freaking fast. You're only going to see the moon for about a minute and 10 seconds because the moon is going by like that in the screen. Even if you're staring at the moon, you literally stare at the moon. It never moves, right? It does move, but it's synchronously moving with us in rotation. So they say, because there's no freaking any part of the moon is locked. There's no locked anything of the moon. Maybe in the olden days, the moon used to be locked in Earth's orbit. It's not. It's staying on one side all the time. That's the scary part. That is the scary part for me. Right on. I am Kai. Hey, thanks, everyone. Thanks a lot, eh? I love you for it, man. Thanks a lot for the amazing support. I am Kai, the encouragement, all of you guys. I love you very, very much. Floyd, Julie, Darla, Kai, Stephen A, for the effort. Man, you know how bad I feel? Well, I feel great when you come here and like you tell me you're always going to be here. You're the best. I love you guys for it because I'm not used to, getting flowers thrown at me. I never was. Never was ever used to that. Pizza is going to be banned. They're banning wood fires and coal fires. And we're going to get some very mad New York people pizza places that are going to be bringing a whole lot of pizza up to the White House steps, I think. Thanks a lot, man. Old peoples or old CIV could have seen these UFOs on the moon. Maybe they went there for the same that disappears, for some that disappears. Well said, Bob Stan. Thanks for the amazing, Kronos. Crazy, eh? The telescope the Vatican, which is not at the Vatican, but yeah, it's in the States, right? California or something like that, in Arizona or something. I didn't know it was there. I assumed that the Vatican was there and they had the observatory beside. Then you think, why the hell would they have an observatory at the Vatican, right? But they own land, the Vatican, of course. They have their own monetary system there. Yeah, the Vatican telescope is called Lucifer. You hear them at Easter, you know, Dominus vobiscum Luciferos. Amen. They're worshiping Satan in front of everyone's ears and eyes. I looked it up. Look up the language. A Latin. Speak Latin. Veritas. They're literally talking about killing people in Latin there. Everyone's like, oh man. Why would he say Luciferos? Do you know what Luciferos means? Do a English, Latin to English translation of Luciferos. I think you know it's Satan, right? Why does the Vatican have a giant throne, chair of the ruler of this universe, by the way? That's what he calls it. Then people just say, yeah, but Bruce, it's because in the Bible it said, Satan's going to rule for 1,000 years. Yeah, well, my ass. Why would they call it that? Why would they have a telescope, first of all? Are they waiting for God to come, for the coming back of Jesus Christ? The alien? What if I told you in theory, or just for the fun of it, that Jesus Christ was a scientist? Highly plausible. For in the future, I'm telling you, these are people, scientists. When you see a picture of Jesus Christ with a big circle around him and it goes all the way down to his shoulders, you say it's a halo, I say it's a spacesuit. Sorry. I that's my mentality. He's in the space bubble. Men from space. And beside that, you see in the pictures, ancient pictures of Jesus Christ in paintings, you always see this man there, bald head, a ring around him, just a ring of hair, a brother, right? A monk, scribe, because religion and monks were the ones doing the scribing, doing the languages. They were documenting a holy event or a spiritual event or an alien, invasion or an alien encounter. Remains so interesting. So you see in the pictures, they're like that, and they have in their hands, you know, it wasn't a pen back in the day. It would have this, inkwell with a whatever, and they're writing in scribe. You see a scroll, the scribes with the S, which is also another meaning, Satan. But anyways, there's lots of hidden meanings, right? There's lots of hidden meanings in everything. A lot of people see patterns. I see a whole bunch of them all the time. I live my life with those patterns. It guides me. Everything in my life is a code or a pattern, and it's really guided me in my life. I feel there's a lot of good things happening. The Revelations is not just going to be bad stuff, guys. It really isn't. He does, Darla, because Darla, me, I've tried to diet too a lot, probably maybe even before he was doing it, but never with a real method. It's trying to lose weight by not eating. And you know what everyone told me back in the day? Bruce, don't not eat, which is normal. You know it, Darla. I mean, that's, a couple of years back, that's what they were telling us. Oh, it's no good. The stomach acid is bad for your kidneys, your liver, and stuff like that. And now they're like, fast, don't eat, heal yourself. You'll feel wonderful. It's up and down. Eat margarine, eat soya, and then eat real butter now. Now eat globs of real butter to lose weight. What the fuck is going on? How come at the beginning I didn't buy real butter because it was too fattening, that everybody told me. So I'm using margarine, which is actually bad trans fats. No trans fats, actually. Trans fats are good fats, right? And bacon, butter. Perception is everywhere in politics, especially. Yes, yeah. And France, hello. whatever. Yes, they are, Kronos. Aliens are real, of course. Yeah, I agree with that, and I respect everyone who doesn't believe in them because you could be right. Eloy, UAF frequency of water, 0 H2O ripples. Frequency of water, 0 H2O ripples. You see, this, you just destroyed my mind. It just made me go into this search of something, of understanding. I'm thinking of it all the time, guys. Okay. You know what? I learned about why the sun is red in the sky, and a lot of people say it doesn't mean it's true. No, it doesn't mean it's true, but I still wanted to know the real information of what amateur astronomers or professional science are talking about. There's always that frequency, and it's always light, and there's always colors, right? Like the Google colors. Reds can be seen and have longer wavelengths than the blue short wavelengths that scatter light. So when light scatters and you're looking at the moon, everyone says, well, there's atmosphere on Earth and you're looking through the atmosphere. Oh, okay. But what you don't know is when you zoom out with a telescope, you don't see that atmosphere. Duh. You leave Earth's atmosphere. With my telescope, I do. I cut right the hell through it. In the summer, it's could be more waviness. But when have you ever seen me post a video of the moon where the moon is wavy, like all other telescopes? The bigger the telescope is, the better the quality of the camera. Here in Canada in the winter, it is very, very easy to get better footage because in the winter, the cold air will cause less disturbance in the atmosphere. So James Webb Telescope sees a star twinkling. Why? Because that star has oxygen and hydrogen on it coming off of it. And the blue light, short wavelengths are scattering and causing the surface to billow and the structures to billow and stuff. Probably much like on the moon is the way I look at it. Wow, Dwayne, thank you so much, man. Thank you, my white friends. Yeah, actually, you know what I mean? I didn't mean my... Anyways, the whites. That sounded pretty bad. Thank you, my white friend. You know what I mean? My church is the planet. Damn right. So is mine, Lynn. Same thing. I did too, man. Don't worry about it. I did too. I'm no genius when it comes to the Bible and stuff. I know a lot of stuff that people don't know, but I think we're all like that, right? You picked up on parts of the Bible that I didn't pick up. And, much respect to everyone that is religious and, people that come to the channel to be able to, better themselves, or maybe you disagree with my theories, but either way, you're always welcome. And you're always welcome to leave your own theories also. Psychic LJ, thank you for reading that card for me. I'll take that as a good omen. Kazoo. I love my kazoo. Yes, Terry. Yeah, that's an older one on top of it. Just a regular, regular cutaway guitar. But he didn't want me to say it, but I am going to say it. Elias Valhatla gave me a couple of nice gifts. And one of them was 2 sets of strings that he got for both of my guitars that I have. That one you've all seen before. Have you guys taken a look? I am going to get off, but I'm just going to show you a look of my guitar, the Lore that I have here at the same time. And wow, with the focus right, I mean, I'm going to spend probably 3 days sitting down just trying to understand it and then get into it. Not because it's complicated, because there's so much I can do with it. So now there's literally, I have like an amplifier with thousands of different sounds, and I can change and amplify my own voice and stuff like that. So what I do when I do my music, Terry, thanks for being a member, by the way. It's straight up voice with this, the Yeti microphone. So I bought the cheapest dynamic field microphone, which does the exact same job. This one, right? Very inexpensive, under $100 too. It was $30. And the sound and music that I'm going to make with this, as compared to this, was like a couple of hundreds of dollars, is pretty incredible with the Focusrite. And Elias came over to my house to explain all that to me. We went to the music store. Love you, brother. I want to show you guys my guitar. I know it's off subject, but if you guys don't mind, maybe you're curious to see it. Carol West, thanks for being here. Lawrence, Grays could be our bio robots for sure. Let me show you that guitar. Ain't she a beauty, guys? Ain't she a beauty, guys? Can you see it? I think so. Oh, wow. Badass guitar. Badass guitar. Lots of fun to be having with that. Beautiful sound. Nice velour. Old Gibson guitars. I have a picture of me when I'm only 4 years old with my guitar, my dad's guitar, remember? It looks like it, eh? I thought it looked like it. God, I could make a video just for hours showing the sides and angles of this guitar. For me, it's like buying a Ferrari, guys. It's like buying a Ferrari. The guitars, they're like living souls. They each have their own characteristics. They have their own moods. They, sometimes they fall over for nothing, but I've not. You can check out Bruce's music channel if you want. Bruce's music. I got all my music up there in my featured channels. Ladies and gents, listen, I really want to thank you all so much for stopping by the channel. You see, it's got sort of a Quebec thing going there, and it's also the secret society that John Lear used to be in. You can see that nice little sign there right in the center. Ufologists know all about that sign. I thought it was pretty cool. Ladies and gents, I'm gonna end this now. It's 8 o'clock. I had a lot of fun. I love you guys. Star Hunter, you guys really are like family, and don't stop coming back. Don't stop supporting the channel in any way you can. And if you're coming by, quite simply to say hello to us, me or us here, because we really are a family online. I don't know if you noticed that when you come here. A lot of us have been coming here for years, talking to each other. We even go on to other channels. So at the same time, if you want to lose some weight, Mondays on Jason John Swartz's channel, you'll be hearing me talk about my weight loss. Speaking of weight loss, I hear my gurgling stomach. Love you very much, guys. Keep watching the videos. More to come. Thanks for the comments. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed and you're interested in the research. I thank you very much. Bye for now. Thanks, mods. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you all soon. Be safe. Listen to the news, UFO news. Lots is coming out. Bye for now.